Christ, several anonyally, aiding God's next tip or running, or just in God's one forgive Jesus.
Maria, their son, name Kechubu, Rebel Ninja,
Guys, like, subscribe, and share, right?
Naju Odibuwani ko se blowa. Ekene Maria, Egypt na Gracia, o se blowa nonyeli, aiding God's next tip or running, or just in God's one forgive Jesus.
Maria, their son, name Kechubu, Rebel Ninja, Amen.
Okwe melaro. Ekene Maria, Egypt na Gracia, o se blowa nonyeli, aiding God's next tip or running, or just in God's one forgive Jesus.
Maria, their son, name Kechubu, Rebel Ninja, Amen.
Yabalanya yo only Kechubu jaso. Ayo, I yogi Ochuku, Kirinye Grasa, Ilimogai, Kabundi and Jerusalem, where money will have a Christian way. Still no beer, where but no stone and beaten away, still a priest to Amen. Otito the rain and one among so. Otito the rain and one among so. Otito the rain and one among so. Kabulo bindini ne kwere no galaga. Kabulo bifaz weekend and kwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ ka Chineke ji ike niile gọzie ụnụ, Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after until 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update. Today, Tuesday, the 11th day of April 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu AKC is my name. The headlines. Anambra businessman still missing 11 days after kidnap. Easter tragedy. Enugu Governor-elect Mba expresses sadness over road accident. Labour Party Imo governorship primary now holds April 15th. Police orders immediate arrest of officers flogging man with stick in viral video. Masob condemns attacks on Igbo in Lagos, demands immediate release of Igbo by DSS. Artificial intelligence generated news presenter appears in Kuwait. Now, details. Anambra businessman still missing 11 days after kidnap. An Anambra businessman, Mr. Alexandra Musu, is still missing 11 days after he was kidnapped in his hometown, Umushu, in Agwata local government area of the state. Although the kidnappers were said to have demanded a ransom of 50 million naira through a telephone call, the number that called has since been switched off. Musu, who operates a petrol filling station and a hotel and a restaurant in the community, was abducted in his house in the presence of his wife and children. It was gathered that the kidnappers, numbering about 10 and wearing masks, invaded the victim's house in a Toyota Sienna vehicle and shot severally before gaining entrance into his compound. The assailants ensured that residents of the area were scared by their gunshots before abducting him that night in the presence of members of his family. It was when the kidnappers took him away that his wife and children raised the alarm. Even at that, people were afraid to come out, having heard the sound of guns earlier. A resident of the community said, he said that the incident, Nwosu's wife has not been seen in the community, adding that even her telephone line has been off. The state police command said the incident has not been reported to it. Easter tragedy. Enugu governor-elect Mba expresses sadness over road accident. The governor-elect of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has expressed sadness over the fatal accident that claimed 15 lives at Etuku along the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway on the eve of Easter. Dr. Mba, while condoling with the families of the deceased and praying for the peaceful repose of the souls of the departed, described the incident as a heavy and collective loss to the state, urging for greater caution by road users. The governor-elect spoke via a statement by the head Peter Mba Media Office, Dan Ngome, on Monday. He said, I received with a deep sense of loss the news of the fatal accident that claimed 15 lives at the Ituku axis of Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway on the eve of Easter. My heart bleeds at this gruesome development and indeed goes out to the families and friends who lost their loved ones. It is a collective loss to us as a people, and I urge all to pray the Almighty God to grant the affected families and friends the fortitude to bear the tragic losses. Let us also join them in prayers for the peaceful repose of the souls of their loved ones. May I also urge all road users to be more mindful of the road rules and regulations for the safety of all, while also saluting the efforts of our law enforcement agency. I equally call for stricter enforcement of the rules and regulations to minimize such unfortunate incidents, especially during festive seasons. The statement read. He commended the Enugu State Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Amani, for instituting a full-scale investigation into the road accident, noting that it would be helpful in the efforts to make the roads safer. Labour Party Imo governorship primary holds April 15th. The governorship primary of Labour Party in Imo State will hold on Saturday, April 15, 2023. The chairman of the Labour Party Management Committee in Imo State, Professor Okachukwu Awuzie, disclosed this to journalists in Owerri Monday evening. Awuzie noted that the national leadership of the party directed that the primary, which had initially been scheduled for Thursday, April 13, be moved to the new date. He stated that the ward delegates elections will now take place on Thursday, April 13th, to produce the delegates that will participate in the primary. Awuzie said the ward secretary, ward woman leader, and a member of a support group will make up the electoral committee for the World Congress, added that they will be sent to another ward to conduct the election to avoid undue interference. Awuzie submitted that option A4 will be used for the primary to ensure transparency and fair play. The reward those planning to engage in vote buying to rethink and risk disqualification. We will not tolerate vote buying on oath taking as it is used to be. Anybody engaging in bribing delegates will be disqualified. We will ensure transparency, fair play, and a level playing ground for all aspirants, Awuzie stated. Police orders immediate arrest of officers flogging man with stick in viral video. The Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Okon O. Effiong, has ordered the immediate arrest of officers cited in viral video assaulting a yet-to-be-identified young man. A motion picture of the officers who were captured flogging and slapping an unarmed young man had trended on all social media platforms since Monday morning. The statement issued by the spokesperson of the Rivers Command, SP Grace Iringe Uko, said the officers have been identified. She, however, failed to reveal their names. According to the police PRO, the officers carried out the unprofessional conduct at Eribrada Junction, Imoha in Port Harcourt. She noted that as a defender of human rights, the Commissioner of Police also assured members of the public that the police officers will be investigated in line with extant rules, underlying the conduct of police personnel, stressing that appropriate sanctions will be meted accordingly. The command further assures the good people of Rivers State of its unalloyed commitment to promoting the rule of law. People are enjoined to report cases of human rights abuses and infractions to the command, the statement added. Masob condemns attacks on Igbo in Lagos, demands immediate release of SND Igbo by DSS. The movement for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, Masob, on Monday, warned the Nigerian government led by President Muhammadu Buhari and top security chiefs to stop pushing Ndigbo to the wall. The group, however, condemned in totality the arrest of Ndigbo in Ajao, Lagos, His Royal Majesty Chief Frederick Nwajago, by the Department of State Service (DSS) as a result of alleged incitement. The leadership of MASOB, who made this known in a statement signed by the National Director of Information MASOB, Comrade Edison Samuel, and issued to newsmen in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State capital, demanded the immediate release of Chief Frederick Nwajago by DSS. The group, however, alleged that the Buhari-led administration did not hide their perceived hatred for Ndigbo since it took over power in 2015, and blamed the government for failing to arrest thugs suspected to be working for Bola Tinubu, who allegedly masterminded all the attacks, killings, burning, and destroying of properties, goods, and shops belonging to Ndigbo in Lagos. Masob said Nwajago committed no offense to warrant arrest by the DSS and blamed security agencies for failure to arrest Oba of Lagos, who threatened to throw Igbos into the lagoon if they failed to vote the All Progressive Congress APC during the just concluded general election. In this year's general election, MC Oluomo, a Yoruba man, threatened to kill Igbos if they failed to vote for APC, which he later carried out in broad daylight. The same security agents that arrested Chief Frederick did not arrest Oluomo and his gang of sponsored criminals, it said. Many Yoruba indigenes are living in Igbo land. Many own properties as landlords. Many are doing their legitimate businesses, and none of them have ever been attacked. Why must Ndigbo be attacked unprovoked? Is it a crime that Ndigbo voted their choice? The group further warned the Yoruba to desist from pushing Ndigbo to the wall and called on Igbo living in Lagos and other states of the Federation to come home and invest in Igbo land. Igbo businessmen and traders should return to their roots and get established in Igbo lands because their future in Nigeria state is being threatened by the people that they have supported many times to be president of the entity called Nigeria, the group stated. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Artificial intelligence generated news presenter appears in Kuwait. A Kuwaiti media outlet has unveiled a visual news presenter generated using artificial intelligence, which plans for it to read online bulletins. Further, appeared on Twitter account of the Kuwait news website as an image of a woman, her light-colored hair uncovered, wearing a black jacket and white t-shirt. Further, the first presenter in Kuwait who works with artificial intelligence at Kuwait News. What kind of news do you prefer? Let's hear your opinions, she was heard saying in classical Arabic. Kuwait Times, which merged with Kuwait News in 2022, was founded in 1961 as the Gulf region's first English language daily. Abdullahi Boften, deputy editor-in-chief of the publication and the website, said the move is a test of artificial intelligence potential to offer new and innovative content. He added that in the future, Fedha could adopt the Kuwaiti accent and present news bulletins on the site's Twitter account. Fedha is a popular old Kuwaiti name that refers to silver, the metal. We always imagine robots to be silver and metallic in color, so we combine the two, Boften said. Journalists watched an introductory video by Fedha on the Twitter account of Kuwait News Service in Kuwait City. The presenter's blonde hair and light-colored eyes reflect the oil-rich country's diverse population of Kuwaitis and expatriates. According to Boften, the rapid rise of artificial intelligence globally has raised the promise of benefits such as in healthcare and the elimination of mundane tasks, but also fears, for example, over its potential spread of disinformation and its threat to certain jobs and to the artistic integrity. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anambra businessman still missing 11 days after kidnap. Easter tragedy. Enugu governor-elect Mba expresses sadness over road accident. Labour Party Imo governorship primary now holds April 15th. Police orders immediate arrest of officers flogging man with stick in viral video. Masob condemns attacks on Igbo in Lagos, demands immediate release of Igbo by DSS. Artificial intelligence generated news presenter appears in Kuwait. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ikezie. Thank you for listening. Good morning.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
And the link
Thank you guys.
that people
Like
are
and subscribe
voting
and
for
share,
in
right?
Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com.